Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. Please welcome to Home Garden and Fashion. First of all, I would like to thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, and please do go to my Facebook fan page and give me a like there if you haven't been there already. And today's video I would like to talk about how to put trim on a sari. I have a video on this in a green sari and that's very popular, but seems like there was a little bit problem with understanding the instructions. So many people have mentioned that the instructions weren't clear, so I have decided to do another video on a different sari. Now this sari I decorated the blouse piece. As you see, this one I have already done a video and I put a trim, but I don't have this similar color trim to put it at this trim. Actually I got it from India. It was very little, so I got another trim. This is from my local craft store and I'm going to be putting this one. I believe this one has 10 years. So another subscriber had a request to show her how to make a sari, that I'm going to do it. And one of my subscriber had a request up to making salwar kurta and also adding a fabric to unstitch salwar kurta. These two I will do it eventually. So now I'm still in the process of decorating some saris, so let me finish those and then I'll get to those. Today let me show you again how to put a trim on a sari. Now this sari, as you remember, I have done a video and this didn't have too much decoration, so I did a little bit decoration on the pallu section, and I have some more to do over here where there's empty places. Now if I would have paid a lot of money, then I could have gotten a sari with lots of decoration, but this one has only decoration in the middle and there's not much in the pallu and not much in this side. And sometimes I like a sari like this, so you know, it's not so crowded, and then I decide what I want to put in it. So this side I will put some sequence like this. I ran out of it at the moment, so I'm going to bring some more. These are the sequence. What I do is I usually buy a big sequence belt and then I start taking off all the sequence. That way, you know, for buying a belt, you can buy sequin belt with your coupon at your local craft store, $2, $3, and then you can take off all the sequins and then put it in your sari. Now this one, these are stitched, see, but see, my gluing with the glitter dimensional fabric pen is much more stronger, tougher, stable than these stitch ones, because these stitch ones, actually a lot of them coming off. So every time I wear the sari, I see many of them fall in the ground, so they're coming off. But I never seen this thing coming off unless you intentionally pull them out, and which actually damages the fabric, so they really don't come out. And these are kind of things you will not be throwing it in the washer and dryer. There's something, if you need to wash it, you might as well just dry clean or maybe hand wash and hang. So let's get to it, putting the trim. Now here you will leave about almost like half a yard and then start, because you know, this much, a little bit more than this much goes inside, so you really don't need a trim on that. And then let me just have some space here. It's going to take space, so then I'm going to start from here. Now this one, other sari will have fall. This one I didn't put a fall, I just decided to just put a trim and do it. And this, so you just leave little bit because that's the portion we put, tuck it in, and then here you fold it so it doesn't fray, and then start from here. Now make sure when you work, you put it the way is comfortable for you. Okay, so you turn it to the side, which so when you buy fabric for making a sari, make sure you get 6 yard, not 5 yard, because if you get 5 yard, it doesn't have lots of pleats, and when you have lots of pleat, it makes you look tall and slender. So get 6 yards whenever you buying for sari. So I got the similar matching thread. The reason you can get yellow too, the reason I got the matching thread, because if I get yellow, when I wear the sari, this side it will be showing all yellow. Not that anything wrong with it, but you know, I would rather go with this one. Now after this, I put a knot at the end of it, and then I go from the back, come out from the back, and then holding like this. You make sure that you give very little stitch on the top and big stitch at the back. So you go little, see here is your needle, little stitch on the top and a big stitch at the bottom. So like this. Like this. So once I put this trim, the bottom will get heavy, so I don't need a sari fall to put in it. So I don't have to waste a sari fall, I can save it from other sari. So here I went from the top little and the bottom long, and then the top little and the bottom long. Like this you will continue the entire length of the sari, and make sure you keep fixing as you do it, and don't pull too much because you don't want it to be gathering. So here you see in the back the long stitches, you cannot see it because it's same color thread, but if you do the exact same thread as your trim, you will be able to see it, and then it will look so nice, you know. And here the green thread coming on top of the gold one, but you cannot see that much because the sari, I mean not green, it's the Firoja sari coming on top of this gold one, the trim, but you cannot see it, so it's not bad. I'm working on the green sari, so the green is always on my head. So like this you will be continuing. So in the back you can give as long as you want, but front just be mindful to give just little stitches because you don't want to see huge stitches. Now you continue like this the entire length of the sari and finish, and then once you've done that, then you will stitch this side and then come to the top, and holding you will finish the entire top. So this one will go all the way to the bottom, and then if it's left you do the side, and then you come up little bit if it's left. For its 10 years obviously it will have lots of left. So let me go around and do a few more and show you, and then you can take over and finish the rest, because if I do it in front of the camera the whole sari, it will be really boring because there's nothing to it. You just line it up with your sari at the bottom, and then you continue stitching, just simple running stitches. I like this trim. I found it in my local craft store and I liked it, and I realized that this will really do good for my Firoja sari. And now I got fabric for a red sari I'm going to make. I got some chiffon silk red, and now I'm thinking what to put at the bottom. I got red sequins for that. I'm going to put the red sequins in the body, but I'm still thinking the bottom. Actually I have a trim red, black and gold, I might do that. And then I have a black trim, so I will add these two trim together and make a wide trim, which is like 3-4 inches instead of having 2 inches. So you see, this was pretty easy, and I will show you a little bit and then you can just do it. And if you have any problem, email me. I will be more than happy to help you. So you see, it's very simple. You just go from the bottom to the top, and top you give little stitches and bottom long stitches. Just be mindful about that. Okay, so I will just continue all around and finish it. This is all you need to do. You stitch at the bottom, and then this side you will come up here and stitch this side, and then you stitch, hold it like this and stitch the top. So even if you don't stitch this side, it's okay as long as you stitch the top, because whenever it's more than 1 inch wide, you need to stitch the top as well. If it's too thin, you just give 1 stitch. Which you see, this looks pretty, and I'm going to finish it. Thank you so much for watching. This is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you with another video. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a great day.